Snow,
It won't be long
snow.
before we wash our hair with snow.
Little, we're not to talk
Yeah.
about that. No, I'm not up to it. Can't do it tonight. Brain's
Welcome.
tired. Brain's tired. Hi, everybody. Welcome.
Welcome Saturday Night Live with Deb and Wendy. Just
You th-
peachy.
and no Gilda Radner tonight. I'm
No.
sorry. She died.
Oh, let's
Just
bring the
peachy.
party down from the get go.
I'm sorry. I'm just weird mood. Just spent
It's
45
been
minutes
it's
on
been
the.
a
Hmm?
stressful week.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I have a little car, and normally snow doesn't bother me, but when it's this kind of snow, and because I drive a Micra, and I'm always afraid I'm going to get like stuck in a rut or something because it's so low to the ground that if I don't have to go out, I don't have to go out. And apparently the Guelph roads have been horrendous the past few days, but
Yeah.
today it was so mild out. I think a lot of the slush kind of
Oh, it
melted
was the
away.
best snow for snowman. I would have, or snow people. I would have, had I not been so busy, I probably would have done something on the front lawn with a clerical collar or something. I don't know. Maybe with my old mitre on it or something. Waving and blessing.
Yeah, blessing the cars as they drive by.
Bishop Snow. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean the ski resorts must be so happy because
Oh,
I think this time last year, right, it was still green. There was hardly any
yeah.
snow last year at all.
One of our chaplains who lives in Kitchener, he said he has never shoveled so much snow in his life. And, you know, we hardly had anything up until the last 3 days.
Yeah, I think everyone got hit in Ontario, not just specific
Yeah.
areas, right?
When Simon left the store, what was that, on Thursday? Um, he measured or nine, almost 9 inches of snow, and that was earlier, like in the afternoon.
Wow.
So we are at 9 inches about 2:30.
Do you remember? And this is when Graham was still in her house. So this would be 2000 or a bit earlier. That one year we got so much snow. And I remember going down to go visit her, driving down,
Mm-hmm.
turn onto her street, and the piles of snow, like on either side. It was like, okay, this was ridiculous to even try to do this. And then
Where
it
do you
was like
park?
playing chicken with a car coming towards you. It was like,
Oh
who's
yeah,
going to back up, right?
yeah,
I think
yeah.
I had to end up backing up because the other guy wasn't about to. But it was
And
just like, sorry, Graham. And that was before cell phones, too, right? So
that
we
yeah,
couldn't call her to say sorry. Had to
we're
wait till I got
driving
home.
by. There's no place to park.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a narrow street. All the streets along there were quite narrow.
Yeah, Coxville and Danforth area.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. Sorry, I got a new chair and I bought new casters that are very wheelable. And I find
Oh,
I drift away from my desk. So luckily, my desk has like little sides I can hold on to keep me
like a little
up.
bungee cord to attach to the,
Yeah,
the keyboard tray or
because
something.
the casters that this chair came with, like they did not move at all. But these ones, yeah, they're very
You fix it.
smooth. Yeah.
You fix it. Yeah. So what about your eyebrows?
Oh, my eyebrows. Yes. Look, not penciled.
Ooh.
Yeah, I won't scare people and I won't put my face right up into the camera. But yeah, it's amazing. Look at that. Good for 2 to 3 years. Don't have to touch them. I have eyebrows. It's so great. I'm so happy.
And they'll get
Oh,
lighter after. Hmm?
yeah, they're still healing. So I haven't been able to get them wet for a week. So tomorrow I will wash my hair. Although I should have been smart and washed my hair on Saturday before I went last week. So I
Hmm.
decided, well, it will be
Hmm.
fine if I wash my hair in the sink, right? Turn my head upside down. You don't realize how much water runs down your forehead when you do it that way. So
Oops.
I didn't do conditioner or anything. It was just like, oh my God, and quickly abandoned my
Your
shampoo. So yeah, so I haven't washed my hair for a week. So tomorrow,
hair's getting long.
I
It's
know,
getting
right?
long.
Love it,
Hmm.
love it. So,
Absolutely. Yeah,
so
that's
yeah, so
good.
I'm very
That's
happy. It
good.
didn't hurt.
You
It was very relaxing. Had to fight to stay awake while she did it. It took about 3 hours from start to finish for everything she had to do.
wow.
But yeah, highly recommend if you're ever thinking of nanoblading your eyebrows.
Nano.
Nano.
Nano
Yeah,
nano.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. That's Star Trek,
Uh,
isn't it? I can't do that anyways.
no,
Never mind.
that's Mork.
I know nanu nanu, but you're trying to separate your fingers.
But he used
Mm,
to do that. Nanu
did he?
nanu.
Oh,
Nanu
I
nanu. Yeah.
can't do that. No.
I can only do it with this hand. I can't do it with this hand.
Oh,
My
actually,
fingers
you know
don't.
what? Kind of. Yeah.
So that's your left hand too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Nanu nanu. Yeah.
Nanu nanu.
Everybody everybody who's watching this, even in the playback, is going to be doing this and saying, "Can I do that?
Can I do that? Can I
Can I do that?"
do that? Oh, small things amuse small minds, as
I
my
know.
mother used to
It's
say.
like I haven't done this for a while, but used to do the snap. I taught
Oh,
more people how to do this, and I don't know if you can hear it, but uh, I'd get really fast, and people would just be like mesmerized by my snapping, and it's like small things. It's true. Let me entertain you for 5 minutes with
we
my
were good at that as kids, right? Small things
yeah.
amuse small minds. Man.
Yeah, we had very small minds, I think. We were talking remembering about with the snow. Um, that we were not really winter kids. We were not very much winter kids.
Well,
Um,
we were in a sense, but we weren't athletically inclined winter kids, right?
I
I
don't know the
think,
difference.
well, we went tobogganing
We did.
and we went skating,
We did. We had snowsuits.
but we didn't go skiing. Well, yeah, skiing wasn't even
We did.
anything in our brains that growing up, anyways. But yeah, I mean, I can remember Arthur, or my older brother, Deb's younger brother,
Mhm,
standing out back with the hose and freezing the backyard so we can have a skating rink so he could practice his hockey skills and
mhm,
things like that.
mhm.
And I thought I was a world class ice skater.
You did.
And I would go out. And I think every Christmas we seemed to get a new pair of skates for some reason. It seemed to be the thing.
They worked on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They will
And
skate this year, damn it, they will.
but I can remember going out in the backyard and we had like a not a spotlight, but I guess just a backlight, and it lit up the backyard pretty well. So
Yep.
I'm out there, skating, doing the one leg thing, arms out to the side, thinking I am so good at this. And then I hit a pothole in the middle of the ice rink. Down I went, smashed my forehead into the ice,
Oh
come
God.
running in, and I think I had two black eyes and a big lump right in the
I
middle.
don't remember that.
So I think that ended my ice skating career.
Uh, Dad used to take Arthur and I ice skating when we were little. We'd go to Monarch Park. So I don't think he drove us. I think we walked there in cold weather. So by the time we get there, we're ready to go home. And he was a skater. He was a hockey. He
He
played
was a
hockey
good
as a
skater.
yeah, and he had like the brown and black skates and they just fit his feet. He was made for skates. He just loved them.
Mm-hmm.
I, on the other hand, I think I had skates that were maybe too big, but he would lace me up, and within 5 minutes, I could not feel my feet. He did the laces so tight, and to have like three pairs of socks underneath, so because they were big, and I was an ankle. I would skate on my ankles. I could not I could not do the blade. I just so I, I just sort of and I think Arthur had training skates at that point. They look
With the
like
double
roller skates with
blades.
yeah, with the double
Yeah, yeah,
blades.
yeah.
And so he had his hands full. I think I was good for about 5 minutes, but I sat and watched because
But
it was
yeah,
just,
it's funny. I can recall just because you said that now how graceful he was at
yeah,
skating. Like it was
yeah,
effortless for him, right?
yeah, yeah.
Like he was
He
so
had good
good.
balance. Yeah.
And who, just because you said Monarch Park too, who stuck their tongue on a fence?
Oh God, that was I think that was Arthur.
Was that Arthur? Yeah, and it got
It
stuck.
was like a scene. It was like a scene out of Christmas Story.
Yeah,
Christmas
yeah.
Story. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my stomach just flips thinking about it. It was not me. I don't think it was me.
And it wasn't
I would
me.
remember that. I would remember that.
Yeah.
I
I
had
can't
too
remember
much.
how they got him unstuck.
Oh, just some water. They poured water on it,
Oh, okay.
and and the instruction was not to pull. Hold your
Right.
tongue there. Hang on.
Yeah. Oh,
Dad,
oh,
Dad knew what to do.
oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor mom.
Obviously, he must have
Mom was
done
a
it
nurse.
in some sometime himself.
Maybe mom was a nurse. She probably knew too. They had enough ice cubes stuck to their fingers over time to know how to do it. But yeah, that was
Yeah, I forgot about that. Then we also used to go to Ted Reeve Arena and ice skate.
I never went.
Well, I can remember
Maybe
going
once.
because it was
Maybe
maybe
once.
about a 20-minute walk from home to
Hmm.
get there. So I can remember going, and Dad was still alive, and I was by myself, and I was skating. But like the school bully, because I was probably being picked on because of my eyebrows
Mhm. Mm.
and my last name. Um, but his name was Ronnie Herschel, and I can
Oh,
remember he kept bothering me on the ice, and he wouldn't leave me alone. And I think I finally told one of the rink guards or something. And then he came over because he got kicked off and he hit me over the head with his skates. And then I can remember them calling dad and him coming and picking me up and taking me home.
good Lord.
I know. Bullies. Schoolyard bullies.
Well, they called Dad?
Yeah, I guess they called home because I got hit over the head and they just didn't want to send me home.
You were there without an adult?
Yes, I was like 8 because I was 9 when dad died, right?
I know. That's
So
what
it
I'm
would have been the
thinking.
year
Like,
before. Yeah. Yeah, I was by myself. I can remember it as clear as day.
wow. Well, you probably said, Deb, do you want to go ice skating? I went, no. No, thanks. My skates are too small now.
But we may not have been athletically inclined in the winter, but man, walking to Glen Ames and coming back up Glen Manor, you had to be athletically inclined.
Yeah,
Those
that was a
streets
walk.
were the worst in the wintertime
Oh
because
my
it was
gosh.
like
Yeah.
brick, right? It wasn't asphalt roads.
No,
It
they're
was brick,
cobblestone. Yeah, they're
cobblestone,
cobblestone. Yeah, old
and
fashioned.
slippery as all get out. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah. There were some days where, it was really treacherous. We walked in all weather. We just,
Sorry, Deb, I think you
marched.
need to move your mic just a little bit towards your face. You're a little
Got it.
quiet
Is
there.
that better?
That's better, yeah.
Okay. We walked in all weather. We
Oh,
walked.
yeah.
I can't hear myself through the pads of the headphones. So yeah, I need to know. Um, yeah, uh, the stories we could tell you. Actually, we would have to cross the bridge that went over the Glen Manor Ravine or the Glen Stewart Ravine. I don't know which part it was. And during the winter, they would flood it underneath, so they'd make a skating rink that started at the where the where the road kind of bent all the way down almost to Queen Street. And again with skating, uh, I had some skates, and my friend Kathy Ralston. Any people who are listening will remember her from Malvern days and Glen Ames. She was parts bright. She was not human. She was just she was just like so light on her feet, and she was little. She was very petite, and I remember feeling like an absolute clod, you know, with my ankle skating. And she was like la 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 with her scarf flying, her hair flying, hair toss, and doing spins and just circles around me and laughing her full head off. She was having such a ball. I was so miserable. I hated skating. No offense to
Yeah.
those who do.
I can
Yeah.
just, like I said, remember it seemed like every Christmas I got a pair of white skates, figure skates.
Well,
Now I
your
wouldn't even
feet
dare
kept
put them on.
growing. I mean,
That's
come
true.
on.
That's true.
Wendy's feet are
Yeah,
big.
they are.
Hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I guess we'll blame it on that. But
Yep. That's what it was.
but on those awful winter days that would come out though, and I guess well, obviously you weren't England names when I was because you're that much older. But
True.
on the rotten days, I knew I could come outside and Grampy's green envoy would be there waiting
Yeah.
to take me home.
Yeah. Yeah. You were his girl. Yeah.
Yep.
Rainy days, cold days, he'd be there.
Yep. But I can also remember though, because we did like toboggan, and most of the time as a group, we all went over to Blantyre, and
Oh.
thinking it was the biggest hill ever until you go back as an adult and you see how small the pool is, and then you see how
And
small that hill actually was. But
it looked mammoth.
yeah, and walking up, it was like, oh my god. But yeah, it's not that much of a hill. But we had a lot of fun on that hill. And then we used to also go to Glen Manor and go down the hill there too. And I can remember
Yes.
going with Arthur and I think a couple of his friends, and we had the big wooden toboggan right where 3 or 4 people could sit on. and I was at the back, and we hit a bump, and I hit my tailbone, and I could not make it up that hill, no matter
Yeah.
how hard I tried. And
Yeah.
I guess we had been missing for a while. And then da da da! Here comes the green envoy to
Wow. To
to
rescue
rescue.
you.
Yeah, and Grampy had to come down the hill. I don't know why they just didn't pull me back up. That would have made sense now that I think about it.
Or put you in the toboggan and
That's
pull
what
you.
I
Yeah,
mean. Yeah,
exactly.
put
Yeah.
me on the.
Like
But yeah,
they hadn't seen the rescue, the Swedish
no.
rescue people.
I think they were just
Send
getting
out
really mad at me because I wasn't.
send out the St. Bernard. Yeah, it's for me it was like being the oldest and being probably the heaviest. Even back then I was not, well, I wasn't heavy, but I was the oldest.
Right.
Um, we'd pile everybody into the first part of the toboggan. You were usually first, then Arthur, and then maybe another random friend, and I would bring up the rear and be the ballast. So, and everybody had their legs tucked in, and I had mine out to kind of brake and steer.
Right.
Tobogganing, I didn't mind. I was okay with tobogganing, but um, when I was younger, I remember we were at Monarch, and they had big hills. They were bigger than Blantyre's and Glen Manor, and I remember Dad, for some reason, felt he had to push me off, like woo, and so I sailed down this hill at top speed without any kind of, my feet were in, and you can only do so much with wiggling back and forth. Headed right for the tree with the metal thing around it, like a little tree.
Oh,
Pow!
geez.
Right into it,
Oh,
and yeah. And he's like running down the hill, knowing that I'm heading for the tree, and he's yelling at me to move, turn. I'm
get
like,
back
I
in shape.
can't.
Oh, man.
I couldn't do it. Uh,
God. Remember,
could
though,
not.
like even the flying saucers, the discs?
Oh, they were killer things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the boys always got them. We didn't get them, but I can remember going to Blantyre and Arthur and Joe going down the hill. And then the crazy carpets, just the piece of plastic, basically.
We were so creative. We would use cardboard. Like
Yes.
get it. Don't have a toboggan, no problem. Let's hit Dominion. Dominion on the way and get a box.
That's true.
That's yeah, that's right. Take it apart and off we went.
But that hill
Instant
was well
toboggan.
worn, and lots of
It was
kids went
busy.
there. Yeah,
Lots of
it
kids
was a
went there.
busy place, Blantyre Park. Now, I think the last time I went tobogganing was when, as a family, um, Bruce's family, we went to a place called Pine Vista, and they had a tobogganing hill. And it took a lot of gumption for me to go down that hill. It's a lot. I mean, maybe some people they don't care. It's just yeah, but for me, I hadn't tobogganed for years, and it was a little intimidating.
I'm not that brave. The big slide thing at the X and
Oh
things
yeah,
like that. I don't know. I'm fine.
no.
I'm just going to sit here and watch you. You know, it's not even all that big, but in Niagara Falls is a Ferris wheel, kind of not as big as the Eye in London or anything like that,
I did
but
that
it
one.
still goes. But I don't think I would. I don't know that I would. But it's not that I don't like heights. It's just that I don't trust the mechanics of the thing. The last thing I want is to get stuck at the
Mm.
top, or or if you're on an open Ferris wheel, somebody throwing up on top of your head. That's my other fear. So
And that's a
so
good
I don't
fear
do
to
Ferris.
have.
I'm very boring. I don't do Ferris wheels. I did the roller coaster in Disneyland, the kiddie one, the kiddie roller coaster, and I hung on for dear life for that one. I was all
Yeah.
by myself in the seat. There were kids in front of me, kids behind me,
I know I got
but I did
coerced
it.
in when back in 2000 and geez, 14 or 15. Katie and I we went to Disney World and we
Hmm.
walked a half marathon and Andrew came as our bodyguard. And
Oh,
so after we did the half marathon, we went and spent the day in Disney World. And they talked me into the Tower of Terror. And I hate rides. And
oh my
it's just like, no,
gosh.
they're going, well, it'll be fine. You can do it. And it's like, oh, fine. I pulled a muscle or something going down because I was so tense. And
Oh
driving
yeah,
home, it was so painful. Like it
yeah.
was awful. I was in excruciating pain all because of the stupid ride, and that's why I don't do rides.
I don't know.
I am a
Well, I
wimp.
do some rides. I would do some rides, but yeah, I'm not. I used to be more of a ride person, but as you get older and more frail, as it were,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I think we've talked about the exhibition in the past, and the most daring ride I did there was the caterpillar ride. And that's when
Yes.
the cover goes over, but it doesn't leave the ground. It just goes around and maybe up a little bit, but it doesn't leave the ground.
But,
And that's
you know, when we're there this year, I'm taking pictures, and there's a thing that it's like a telescoping thing that goes up, and everybody's sitting on like a trapeze, maybe a little bit of a seat, but there's not much to that seat. And then suddenly they're being flung at a 45-degree angle, or is it 90-degree angle, and I'm like, it starts at 45, and I'm like, no, no, thank you. Like that is just there should be more barf on the ground as far as I'm concerned, because human beings were not meant to be flung
just the
like
daring
that.
ones. Yeah, no, thank
No,
you. No.
no, not I think I remember at the exhibition one time, Dad going on the one where you stand up and you're against a
Oh,
wall. It's like a
yeah,
cylinder.
tilt a whirl.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But you're standing up and you're strapped in.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he went on that.
No.
He was kind of a big kid. He didn't get to play enough.
Oh, there's another one. I can hear the guy as you're going around. It's like it goes one way and then it starts spinning the other way. Once again, it doesn't leave the ground, but because
Oh, the
the
Polar
force, you're
Express?
being shoved up against people, and once
Oh.
your mouth is open, you can't close it, and so all the spit's coming out of your mouth as you're trying to control your
It is
saliva.
so unhygienic. These things, should be.
But you're laughing. But yeah, I could use that one because it didn't leave the ground. But yeah.
Right. Ah,
I
not
can't
my
think of which one it
not my thing.
was. Oh, something ice or something in it.
Well,
But anyways,
there's the Polar Express kind of
that's
thing.
it. The Polar Express.
And it has loud blaring music.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah,
it really,
yeah.
yeah. And then you're going one way and then it sends you the other way. And that's when
That's
you,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. That's it. The Polar Express.
Polar Express. Yeah, I can see it. They always play the best music. That's for the people watching,
Yeah,
like me.
exactly. Yeah,
Great
yeah,
music. I
yeah.
like that one. Yeah. I can be
Man.
entertained too. Oh, jeez. Yeah, this is some I think we're getting winter finally, so,
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
exhibition seems like a long time away.
it does. Although it wasn't that long ago. What, 4 months ago?
Well, we're at the middle of January already.
I know.
We're past it.
We're past the middle of
This is
January.
crazy. This is
I
crazy.
know.
Oh, yes. The dog is barking. Can you hear the dog through the
I can.
Can you really?
Yeah.
It's not noise canceling?
Nope.
Finn, Finn, I might have to send these back. Come here. What are you barking at? You're barking at the whole idea in wearing these is that you don't hear anything. It'd
Nope.
probably be less noise if I just took the headphones off and used my webcam. It's probably noise canceling. What are you going
Yeah.
to do? So, anyway, those people who are listening, if you want to share on the Facebook page your harrowing experiences with blades or toboggans or no skiing, again, not my thing. I was a tennis person. I was a badminton person. Give me a racket, my hand-eye coordination was amazing when I was younger. But
True.
um, two poles and two skis. I remember we all went. I was an adult and married, and we all went to go cross country skiing in Millbrook, and we were staying with a friend for the weekend. And they're all going troop, 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 and I'm like bringing up the rear, and we get to this little tiny hill. It was really a mound. It was like a snowbank, and I got to the top of it, and I looked down, and I froze. It was like this, but I froze. Maybe it was a little bit bigger, but they had to come in, and I had to take off my skis and walk down because I thought I was going to kill myself. I had a lot of self-preservation, the wherewithal when I was growing up. It's gone out the window now because I fractured an arm and killed my leg recently. But yeah, yeah,
Oh,
not my thing. Skiing was
I've gone
not it.
snowshoeing a few times. That's fun. It's hard work though. Like it's exhausting, actually.
I would just trip myself. Those are pretty wide, wide. No, they look like tennis rackets.
It's true.
I could play tennis with it, but I could not walk with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I guess we spent a lot of time inside in the winter growing up on Scarborough Road.
writing music and playing the guitar.
Performing Get Tarzan
Yes, we
for
did.
people that would come and visit.
We were like, the entertainment committee. Mom would say, "Okay, girls," or we'd go visit Grandma, and she'd say, "Bring your guitar." Okay, and we
That's
would.
true.
That's true.
Yeah,
Play Anne Murray.
trying to think. Grammy and Grampy's like we didn't do anything outside there. Like there was no ice rink, or we just kind of
No,
hibernated in the living room and burn our
yeah, we
feet
didn't
on
go
the
outside.
radiators.
Hot water radiators. They were hot. I mean,
Yep.
it felt so good for like 2 seconds, and you're
I
like, "Oh!"
know. It's
And then we kept
true.
doing it. We kept doing it. Go back
I
and
know.
put our foot on it again. And,
I
oh!
know. Well, I think I've mentioned previously, like, because I spent many weekends with Grammy and Grampy, and sometimes Arthur was there, but I think I was there a lot by myself too. And and it would be Lawrence Welk, and then the
Mm,
hockey game,
mhm,
and I would be so bored, but I was too terrified to go downstairs in the basement because it was haunted, and at
mhm,
least that's our story, and we're sticking to it.
mhm.
So I'd lay on the floor, and I was also too afraid to go up to bed by myself. That house made so much noise.
It was really creaky.
And
Yeah.
although the downstairs is carpeted, like the stairs and the upstairs was just all linoleum and then wooden creaky floors,
Mhm.
and it was terrifying. And so I would stay in the living room waiting for everything to end, and then I'd wait for Graham, and then I'd go up to bed. But yeah, I'd lay on the floor and put my feet on the rad, and it'd be. We were gluttons for punishment because I didn't stop after the first time. I just.
No, no. Up in the little bedroom in the front too. You know, you
Oh
did
yeah.
it was a little twin bed. Lay there, put your feet on the rad. Oh, it was just something you did. You know, I don't know
I can
why.
remember, yeah, I would sometimes start in the twin bed in that little bedroom, which was right beside Graham's, because I
Hmm.
thought, I'm going to do this tonight. And I think once the lights went out, it was like, nope, going into Graham.
Well, yeah. Wendy is we shared a bed for many years, and then she had to have a toe in my calf or something.
Not
And,
my fault.
mm, well, we
And
put
then
the
we got a
line down the
dog,
bed.
and maybe that helped. Then I got Dusty, so he was my protector, so I felt better.
Well, we had twin beds when we moved into the front room, so
That's true. I don't know where
yeah.
they came from, actually. And somehow we moved Mum's bed into the middle room.
What happened to our bed? I don't,
Maybe
hmm.
Mum took, yeah, because Mum, maybe it went to the boys.
No, because they had twin beds too.
No, they had a double.
No, they had
No, did
two.
they?
Yeah, they had two beds in the back room.
Then maybe we got the two beds and they got the double at one point.
I don't remember them sleeping together. They would have killed each other.
Well, they shared a room though.
No, yeah, they shared a room. I think they had two beds. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is boring for people listening.
Sorry, not total recall in our brains tonight.
No, no,
Hmm.
for sure. Hmm. Hmm. I
Hmm.
don't know. We'll have to ask Joe.
Yeah, it's a blur.
We'll
It
go
was
to
how
the
many years ago
source.
now?
Too many. Too many. We'll
2026.
go to the
Yeah.
source.
Yeah.
You,
Man.
you really want to do that? Yeah. Look at it. It's 5 after 8. So it's winter. We're coming up to Valentine's Day. My puppy's eating something he shouldn't. Stop that. Stop that. Stay away from there. Um. Yep.
I guess maybe we'll
But when
have
you
to
think about
talk
it,
to Amy about a Valentine's Day quiz.
oh, that'd be cool. When you think about it, we have like literally 6 weeks left till it gets warmer.
Maybe.
I like that idea because Finn, what are you doing? Lord, he's bored puppy. And he's bad. As soon as like I'll be working on something, and he'll be sleeping on the floor. and I get busy, and I don't know if he creeps out of the room or if he just goes and I don't notice. He's in the cat poop. He's got my toilet paper. He's like chasing cats. He's yes, I'm talking about you. He's going,
They know.
yeah, you know, you know that you get in the cat poop, and they don't. He doesn't seem to care. It's like, oh well, but he goes under one of the chairs in the living room, and when he does that, it's a sure sign he's got something he shouldn't.
Yeah. Well, how
I
old
got
is he
you.
now?
He's 5.5 months.
Wow.
Actually, he'll be 6 months next week.
Jeez, that's gone by quickly.
Yeah, I remember when we went to see him the first time. He's
Mm-hmm. Just a
big.
tiny, tiny little guy who
Now
was
he's this
he was
big.
like 5 days old, right? The first time we saw him,
He was yeah, he was. I think it was
just a
his first
week.
week. Yeah,
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 yeah.
and he looked like the size of his head. Didn't and even when we picked him up, you brought him you brought him home, and he just sort of fit here.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, he was just like little. I don't know what happened to that dog, but I got a big one now. Yeah, you're big now. You are. He must be like 20 pounds. And he looks so much like we met his dad. We met his dad. Um, what's his name?
Teddy, Teddy.
Teddy. I knew
Teddy.
it wasn't Timmy. Yeah, we met Teddy, and Teddy was a ringtail snorter, as Graham would call him. And he was just um, very bright, sense of humor, non-compliant, just a rugged individualist. And that's what this guy is. He's very much like his father. Already, I can see it. I think I'm in for a interesting life. But now we go back to puppy class tomorrow.
Oh,
Yep. After the fracture, like that was 2 months. We were right in the middle of it, and I could not handle him. So, um, we're going back again. We're resuming our training, and the model class. He was like the model student in the last class, and he was so motivated. And she used him to show people what she meant. This dog that I brought last week, I don't know. He was acting out, he was crying, he wouldn't even look at me. He wouldn't do until we got to the part where the command is come touch. So you stand behind and you say come touch, and the dog comes up and touches your palm, which is a really good thing to for them to do because it actually saved him when he started going out of the backyard one day. He got out of the collar and he came and you give him a treat. Well, he knows that command. And so he was like, I don't care. I don't want to be here. I want to see who that dog is. This is great. Oh, look, what are you doing? And he's like, totally ADD dog and bad. But he heard the word come touch and he sat and he looked at her and she picked the little dog beside us to demonstrate a little, it was a golden doodle. And he was like so put out. It was like he sat there the whole time going, me, me. I know
I can
this.
do
I
that.
know
I
this.
can do
I
that.
can do this. I can do this.
Pick me, pick me.
So I don't know what he's going to be like tomorrow, but I don't hold much hope. By the end of it, he'll be fine. That's my prayer. But
But
he
he's
was
so
great.
different from your other two, right?
Oh my God. We met his parents. We know what they look like. We know it's a Cocker Spaniel and a poodle named Teddy, who's a bit of a rugged individualist. But, if he was a voter, he'd be an independent, I think. But I don't know. But he's such a personality. But yeah, like he doesn't care. He's not attached to my leg like the other two were. He greets people. He's fun. Not that the other two weren't fun, but they were so focused on me and so protective of me
Right.
that like the guys get a complex because he wouldn't go out for a walk with them. Is she coming? I picked him up from the groomer. I picked him up from the groomer the other day. We're coming down the stairs, and he looks at her, and he starts going back up the stairs, and I'm like, okay, this is the opposite of what I'm used to.
And
Sure, stay with her. You don't love me anymore. That's fine.
they're all so
Yeah,
different. My
they
three,
really are.
yeah, can't compare one to the other. That's for sure.
No, but they're all the same breed that I've had, so
That's true.
very,
Where
very
mine are
different.
totally all different breeds.
Yes, they are. They are different. Yeah, they're all cute.
They are.
Ah, well, I
So,
suppose we should wrap this up.
yeah. So it was fun just kind of thinking back to our days. But yeah, Arthur standing out there freezing to do that ice rink. And I think,
But Dad did that before him, right?
oh, did he? See, I
Yep,
don't remember that.
yep. Dad did that before him. So he would work on the backyard when we first moved to Scarborough Road. Uh, I'm not sure it was the first winter or the second, but he started flooding the backyard because we could. And that's he would get out there with his skates, and that was Arthur going around on his little. Um, maybe it was you. Maybe you were on the double bladed thing back then.
Could have
I
been.
think you might have been. Yeah.
Luckily, we
And
had that back porch, right? That we could put our on our skates at the on the bottom stair and not have to do it outside in the backyard, right? And
yeah,
then we could
yeah,
just
it was
kind
a
of,
strange house.
yeah,
The basement, you couldn't get to the basement except if that porch hadn't have been there, it would have been like a storm cellar to get into it.
yeah, it's true. Yeah,
Yeah,
good point.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's an interesting house, but yeah, and I would cheer everybody on. I don't believe I put on a pair of skates during those years at all.
I think I liked skating. Well, obviously I did because I thought I was going to
Well,
be
you
a
kept
great
getting
figure
skates.
skater. That's
They
true.
would they saw in you the seeds of somebody who liked to skate.
But
They didn't
besides
give me any,
Going to Ted Reeve, I don't know. I probably only skated out in the backyard.
probably.
Well, we had a. I mean, it wasn't a huge backyard, but it was a good enough
It was long.
length,
It was a long
right?
backyard.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
wasn't. It was narrow,
yeah.
but we had the length. You can kind of just go do circles and
You could
pretend.
probably do like 4 or 5 strides before you had to turn around.
Maybe.
Yeah, yeah. I know Mom was worried about the lawn.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
her
Dad said it would
gardens.
flatten it. He said, no, it would flatten it. So I don't know if it did or not. I remember him with the big rolling thing full of water, flattening out the lawn at first.
No, see, I do not recall that.
Yeah, it was all rough. Yeah, they did a lot. They did a lot of work to make it backyard paradise for us. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we were good times. It's nice kind of remembering that time
Mm-hmm.
to where
Yep.
we're at now. Just getting old and gray and getting eyebrows.
Getting eyebrows. I'm not getting that gray. I'm not really getting too
No,
gray.
actually, I'm due for a little bit of a top off.
And you're younger than me.
I am.
Oh
Yep,
well.
I got a few.
So
It's not too.
yeah. Well, next time when are we gonna do this again? Like next week, the week after?
Yeah, I think if we can try to do this every week, every 2 weeks, and we're up to 69 members on
Wow.
our Facebook page, which is very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
In looking at our we had 35 views on our last live. I think that's a
Thank
record.
you. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, I think
For
that's
what to
amazing.
whatever this was,
Yeah,
we really appreciate it. We just have fun.
yeah, and like I put on our Facebook page and on my Facebook page, if you haven't subscribed to us, please do. Just hit subscribe if you are watching this, live, or if you listen to it after. Um, we're trying to self promote. We're trying to, not that we're going to be famous, but we just enjoy doing this, and a lot of it is more just conversation, and we never know where it's going to take us along the way.
I have notes.
But
I
tonight,
have
oh, it's just tonight that we pretty much stayed on track. So, but we have to get back to the neighborhood and talking about um, our neighbors and the impact they had on us growing up. Not just the New Year's Eve parties and things like that.
it's true. When
It
the
was an
wizard
interesting street, and we haven't really talked about it for a long time, but because there's so much going on in this world that sometimes it's hard to focus, but it's nice to bring up the past because life was just, well, seemed
I
simpler
don't
back
know
then.
because we're kids. I think there are people walking the planet right now who don't have a clue. They're having a great life because that's where we were in the
Mm,
70s. We were spared a lot of the doom and gloom. I remember the Cuban Missile Crisis, we still lived at Graham's house, and I went down to my nemesis best friend, Heather Dawson's house, and her father told us it was grave, like they were thinking World War III or the end of the world or something, and her father told us about it, and I came home and I'm like all upset because the world's going to end, and mom and dad marched down to the Dawsons and went up one side and down the other because they weren't going to let us in on it. They weren't going to tell us. And they had this
Wow.
big fight. Well, they should know, but they shouldn't know. Blah, blah, blah. So, dueling parental understandings. But yeah, I'll never forget that. He pulled down a map of the world and he showed us where Cuba was.
Oh my
And he's
God.
like, and talked about President Kennedy and, oh, it's a bad thing. And we're like, oh no. Heather and I were, we already said goodbye, but Heather and I were like sisters from another mother because we were best friends, but we also gave each other black eyes regularly. Like we fought. I think we were both very bright, both very ADD. And I remember remember we had the swing set in the back of Graham's house, and we got into a fist fight. And Mom came out. She said, "What are you girls fighting about?" And Heather said, "I think Jesus is the Son of God." And I said, "Well, I think Jesus is the son of Mary." And she's like, "My God, you're having a theological discussion. You're both right. Jesus was Mary's son and the Son of God. It's okay. Stop hitting each other."
Oh my God.
But we would have, my report cards. Debbie would do better if she stopped talking to Heather. Now, Heather became a doctor, and she was your doctor for a long
She
time.
was my doctor for a short time. Yes.
Yeah, a long time ago. And then she moved to South Carolina, where she became a flaming evangelical. But truly, she unfriended me some time ago because I'm way too liberal, I guess. But
Wow.
um, the debate continues. I can just imagine sitting down with her and having a conversation now. We'd probably end up beating each other up and loving each other at the same time. It's so good to see you. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, she was a main character in my life, boy. But yeah, I think we're just both too bright for our own good. But theological. And I remember that we would be on the slide at or the swing set at Gail's house, and there was a church. Even I'm not sure what brand they were, but they were singing, and we knew the hymn, and we're starting to sing the hymn at the top of our lungs. Lovely singing on this, and somebody came and closed the window. I've always
Wow.
gotten I guess I always have gotten in trouble over religion, I don't know. And look where I am. Anyway, that's enough. I'm
That's
done.
enough.
I'm
Well, yeah, and
toast.
as Deb said, any of your experiences, and what do you like to do now, as a grown adult?
That's right.
I mean, I'm quite happy to hibernate and do nothing.
I My favorite thing, if people want to go skiing, is to sit in the chalet and drink Spanish
Exactly.
coffee and
That's the way to
look,
handle it.
in
Find a
my
nice
après
little
ski
ski
outfit and say
chalet, but
hello.
not ski,
That's it.
just chalet.
Love it.
Ah,
You look like you're going to go skiing, but you don't.
yeah, yeah. Oh well. Anyway, so this
Yes,
is
I know.
fun. And yeah,
Yeah,
so
it
I'll
was
have to
fun.
talk to Amy about a Valentine's Day quiz. I'll have to look to see if we did one last
Ooh,
year. I'm sure we probably
the
did.
love boat. I don't know if we did, but we'll have to dress up.
Oh.
Mm,
Hmm.
mm. We'll have to put our thinking caps on about that.
I was going to show you my sweatshirt tonight because I was just going to show that I'm hopeless.
Oh,
But it actually
hopeless
says hopeless
romantic.
romantic.
Uh,
But I was just
well,
going to say I'm hopeless too.
I got a special Christmas present from Nicholas to complete my Wicked outfit.
Oh,
So ask me anything about Wicked. Ask me anything. I probably
yeah.
know it.
Actually, maybe,
And
yeah,
you put on
maybe
this.
Amy needs to do a wicked quiz with
Oh,
you.
she could, but it's youth size apparently. It's a little bit small. Either that or my head is way too big. But you can actually It makes you smarter when you wear it. If you gave me the Grimmery, I could probably do a spell. Just saying.
We'll have to put it to the
No,
test.
you cannot have my hat. No, no puppy, you cannot have my hat.
All right. Well, it's
Okay,
44:55,
we're
so
gone.
we're going to say goodnight. Have a great week, and hope you enjoy.
Okay,
Take
thanks
care.
for listening.